Hello and welcome back to another character creation video. My name is Lumin and today we're having a look at ARK Survival Ascended. ARK is reimagined from the ground up into the next generation of video game technology with Unreal Engine 5. Form a tribe, tame and breed hundreds of unique dinosaurs and primeval creatures, explore, craft, build, and fight your way to the top of the food chain. Your new world awaits. And your new character creation system. And that's why we're here. Hey! I'm pretty excited. Dude, it looks a lot better. I looked at the trailers, I jumped into the game. Yeah, you need a monster PC to run it, especially on like the max settings. But the character creation specifically, you don't need a monster PC for that. And there's a whole lot of cool stuff going on here. It's fun. I'm going to give it a thumbs up right here before I even start. And I'm going to tell you guys, if you're interested in a interesting and humorous character creation system, then this one is for you. There's some cool stuff here. It does hold back on certain things that become available when you play the game, but overall, there's just a lot going on here. And it is, much like the original ARK character creation system, just silly. And that's fantastic. It's sort of leaned even further into its strengths in that regard. So, if you'd like to do a deep dive to discover all there is to discover about ARK Survival Ascended, if you'd like to look, whether it's for you, whether it's changed enough for you to warrant another purchase or whatever, hey, I'll put some links below. You can also find some timestamps down there. We're going to jump in. We're going to have a look at everything that's available, and we're just going to have some fun. I'm keen. We're going to start with male character creation, then we'll do randomization, then female, then randomization for that. Let's go. Let's do it. First option, name. You can put whatever you want in here. Yeah. Then you get to pick between male and female. As I said, we're going to jump into the male first. Then you actually get to pick a body template here, which I like. It's your starting point. And it is important. It's a very important choice, actually. You have 4 to choose from here. You have what I assume is sort of the default build. It's muscular. I mean, it's like really muscular. And it's sort of even. Then you have a thin build, still muscular, skinnier, tall. Then you have a slightly bigger build, still, yeah, can confirm, still muscular. You can change that, by the way. And a little more portly. And then you have the massive one. That's the big boy. Now, that's not it. That's not it for the body customization. Okay, there's a skin color here. We're going to have a look at that in just a second. I just want to jump into the composition quickly first to show you how this works. So you get to pick that body type, the template first. Then you can come over here and you can fine tune it. Now, each of them reacts differently to what's available here. And you can see sort of based on the pictures what you get in here. The idea is, as far as I understand, you've got sort of lean, skinny over here. You got sort of massively muscular. Dude, it's crazy. Look at that. Look at that. It's ridiculous. Look at that. Oh my god, and the shoulder and the... Oh no, okay, yeah, anyway. Okay. And then you got this one over here, which is just much heavier. And then you can go over to this side, and then it's heavier with muscles. So it's sort of, you can also do anything in between, of course. You can sort of, just have fun with that. But I come over here immediately because each of these reacts differently to it. So if you go for the skinny one, you go full skinny, then you're looking like this. But you can still put muscles on there, then you're skinny with more muscles, then you can put a bit more weight on, and then you start to look a little more normal, still skinny. And then you can sort of go over here and it takes the muscles away, but keeps the weight. So each of them reacts differently. So if you take the heavier guy and you go for the skinny heavy guy, then you've got this situation here. Then you can go for the muscular one and you're sort of a little rounder on the muscles, not so much definition. I mean, look at those calves though. Damn. Then you can go for the heavy one over here. That's sort of the heaviest you can get. And then you can go for heavy with muscles. It's like the strongman vibe that you're going for here. And then the big guy, good God, brace yourselves. He gets rather big. Look at that. Look at those legs. Look at those shoulders. My god, the neck. Then you can go for this one over here, which I feel looks more acceptable. And then down there, it's sort of the weight plus the muscles. It's ridiculous. It's all ridiculous. It's crazy. Then you can do your height as well. And now this is obviously very much also linked to the body template. So if we go for the standard one over here and we look at the height and you sort of throw it around, it looks sort of normalish. But if you throw like the skinny one on and you put the height on there and you go all the way to the top, then that's a tall boy, man. That's probably the tallest that you can get. And yeah, you can sort of mix and match, mess around. And it's really, really cool. And that's not the fine-tuning. That's just the sort of starting point. You just pick in your template, basically. Then, skin color. They have gone with an interesting system in this where they really don't want you messing around too much with color. Which I find like, I'm just going to say, I find it a little weird. It's like, that's where they draw the line. It's like, yeah, we don't really want you to have like green characters running around, or like, you know, I'm gonna spoil it here, but like, you know, pink hair or purple hair right from the start, which it's a little weird, but I think it's fine because, you know, this whole grounded in reality thing is cool. You've got a lot of choices here. You can go for like the palest one. You can throw a little bit more of a tan on there. Then you can even go for like a redder or oranger version where it looks like you've been in the sun too long, or you know, that if you just have a more tan complexion in general. Then you can go for the darker ones here, where you've got a slightly warmer version of dark and a cooler version of dark. It's fine. It's actually a good skin selection here, and it's reasonable, all things considered. With the hair, that's a different story entirely, and I'd obviously prefer if there were more hair colors, but those are available in the game itself, and I'll talk about that when I get to that. Now, when you've done with the body stuff, and we're going to take sort of a normal-ish looking body here before we jump in. We'll take this into the customization. Let's look at the voices quickly. So the voices, these are for male and female the same. You have 3 male, 3 female, and we'll give them a quick listen. I'll listen to them again when we do the female customization. So here we go. Yeah, so don't even ask me why it's so soft. I looked through the options. I boosted the voice to max volume. It's just really soft. Anyway, those are the voices. Again, same male, same female, same thing. Now, we're going to jump into the actual fine-tuning customization. The head options, when we zoom in here, you can see the damn quality on these models. I want to point out then in the graphics settings, we've got everything maxed out with DLAA on. It looks amazing. I did turn the post-processing off because it makes this weird haze in here that looks terrible, so it's much nicer to look at like this. But again, I just want to say the quality here is just ridiculous. It is so crisp. Now, fine-tuning. This game, man, you can do some really interesting stuff. Eye size, yeah, let's just leave that in the middle for now. Eye width, that's how far apart they are. God, I love this. I love this so much. Then you can do the colors. Once again, grounded in reality to a certain point. This is one of those sort of games where it's the one that I sort of point at and I say, hey, it's not great. This is the one where basically no matter what you pick here, it all kind of looks the same. You just... yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I realize you have to do the combination. So if you go red here and you go red there, yeah, okay, man. You go blue and you go like blue and like, yeah, okay, man. Let's go for like a lighter color there and then that one. Okay, man, yeah. It's really, bleh, you know, it's there and you can do it. But like, I suppose if you can get a different one in-game or something like that, it might look a little nicer. I don't know if you can. Overall, though, the eye colors are like really, really lackluster in this, and the eyes just aren't visible when you zoom out a little bit. It's like, who the hell even knows what color you have? It's like you got light eyes and you got dark eyes. That's basically how I see it here. Because like when I put it on the greener color here, I do the same over here. I mean, it might just be me, but I can barely see a difference over there. It's whatever. So we'll just put it on the lighter color because it looks kind of nice, and we'll just leave it for now, okay? Hairstyles. I like this a lot. The system they've got here is kind of interesting. Now, this may not look like a bunch, but what it does is it lets you select this one, and then you can actually come to hair length, and then there's 3 versions of this one. And yeah, man, the hair quality is crazy. It's really nice. Like texture work, physics and all that stuff, it's awesome. You can't really spin your character. We're busy spinning the view, so I can't show you how the hair physics looks, but it does look good. If you have your graphics maxed out, it looks fantastic. So each of these has 3. Well, some have 2, I think. But on each of these, yeah, like this one, you can come here and you can sort of select, you know, short, medium, long. And it's quite an interesting system. I think it's kind of cool. Where you actually have control over like certain parts of the hair. It's not entirely modular, but honestly, I think it works well for what it is. Now, this is most likely just like the original game, where these hairstyles are just sort of the tip of the iceberg, and you can get more in the game. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. It's like you can make what I guess you could consider a barber shop in the game, and you can use that to change your hair. The hair colors, again, grounded in reality for some reason. Because, yeah, I mean, like, with the bodies the way they are, it's sort of, I don't know why, is all I'm saying. Now, you have this, what you can see here. You can't change the tone, the color that you've got here at all, really, but you can go for black, you can go for white/gray, and you can go for like all the brown reddy shades in between. And I personally think it's fine, but I always just wonder like why they decided to draw the line with that. Now you can put like a white over there and a black over here, and then you can do the sort of, I guess the amount that it shows. You can sort of have the tips spread further in. You can have them less, barely showing at all. And then you can also sort of make them match if you want your hair all to be the same. And then it looks kind of nice, you know? It's fine. It's fine. The hair system is good. And I mean, I like the hairstyles. So with that, like, alone, I think we're good to go. It's enough. Eyebrows, your 2 styles are either nothing or something. Facial hair. Once again, I do think there's more that you can get when you actually play the game. Not much here. Not much at all. You've got a beard that's, well, you know, like this. And you've got this and this. But, as with the hair, you can come down here. You can pick how long it is. And I feel like, again, because of how good it looks, and let's just select the colors work the same as the hair colors. Let's just select, for instance, this. That's pretty nice, right? I mean, beard quality, hair quality, and like you can really zoom in and it holds up, man. It's really, really, really well done. The texture work, the details on the individual strands and stuff like that, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. So even though there might not be a lot here, you do have options. And like, again, same as with the hair, you have this one, and then you have 3 in there, 3 in there, and 3 in there. And I mean, like, honestly, this is fantastic. I don't know why this style of facial hair isn't used more often, but I really like it. and can I just say something? The stubble, awesome. It's good. It's good stubble. It's real good stubble. It's really nicely done. Last one. There you go. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. I think it's nice. I personally believe we should leave it off just while we are creating our character here. Even though the stubble does look really nice, it's just let's have full line of sight here. As I mentioned, you can change the hair. You can also put the tips in if you'd like. Then we get to the sculpt in. So head size. Let's zoom out a little bit for this. And you know, let me just change the color of the hair to something you can see a little better, so it doesn't blend in too much. There we go. Head size. This is where things get a little crazy. Okay. Upper face size. Yeah. This is where things get a little crazy. Lower face size. And yeah, don't worry, man. Like, I'll show you when you randomize all the crazy stuff that can happen. Here's the head width. It looks a little weird. Head depth. Neck size. Yep. You've got that. Then length. It's the head length. See, so you can already probably at this point start putting together how much you can change here. There's a lot to change. You can even like, I don't know, roleplay a giraffe. And then face fat. It's basically your jowls, sort of to make that your face matches your body a little bit. It's kind of cool that they give you that. And then neck muscles, your final option. It's good. Really, really good. Lots of options, and that was just the head stuff. Now we're going to move on to torso. Chest size. Sit down, please, because I don't want you falling off your seat when you start looking at these options. When you put them all together, it's kind of crazy. This option is obviously quite a lot better on the females. Here we go. Oh my god, look at that, dude. And so, we arrive. ARK, ladies and gentlemen. ARK. Where you can make your character into a T-Rex. Hip width? I love it. I love it. They just don't care. They just like, yeah, man. Make yourself into a walking barrel. What do you think we care, huh? Like, whatever, man. Yeah, yeah, just go for it. I love it. I really, truly love what they've done with this. They just don't care. They just they just don't care. And it's so fun. Oh yeah, the trapezius muscle. Yeah, the traps, dude. Look at the traps. Like, of course. Back muscles, check this out. Look at that. Holy shit. It's kind of nice. Look at that. Oh, okay. Lats. You can't really even see them, dude. It's like the biceps are covering the lats. Pecs. Ooh, dude, not bad. Yeah. So you can actually get a good looking, honestly, you can get a good looking character here. And for real, if you sort of fiddle with it a little bit, you can actually make a well-muscled character that looks well-rounded as well. Belly fat, here we go. Let's take the belly fat off. Chest fat. Here we go. And back fat. Yeah, back fat's a thing, dudes. Oh, that's back and posterior fat. Okay, no fat for this guy. There we go. That's torso done. Let's jump onto the arms. Hand size. It's not like freaky proportions, but it's rather large. Upper arms. It's the biceps. Lower. Yeah. There you go. Arm length. Tricep muscles. Of course. Dude, the amount of fine-tuning that they allow. Biceps. Yeah, you can go for the real gym bro look if you want to. Forearm muscles. Deltoids. And then arm fat. Okay, I'm gonna click... I don't want to click reset. Should I click reset? Nah, let's just keep going. I don't want to accidentally reset something I don't want to reset. Foot size. I just don't want you to be distracted by the upper body while I'm doing the lower body. But there you go. Foot size. Upper leg. Yeah. Lower. Jesus, man. That's kind of crazy. Leg length. Man, it's madness to me. You can make a proper dwarf in this. Okay, so... there we go. Adductors. Wait, you have to look at it from here. It's pretty impressive, yeah, okay. Calves. I'll leave those muscles on. Calves. Quads. Those are the big boys. Let's see what they look like. Oh yeah, dude. Hamstring. Back. Yeah. And then glutes. Yeah, why not? Thighs. Thigh fat, let's see. Yeah, okay. No fat. Butt fat. Yeah, I'll leave that there. I think I'll leave that one there. And then calf fat. So yeah, you can like go pretty crazy with these. And that's actually the end of it. Now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to come back here and we're going to do some randomization. And then you'll see. It's kind of madness the way they do it. You will notice that, and it's a little disappointing. Like you get a good look at some crazy stuff, but you will notice that it's not too mad. Like you can do, say if you pull all the sliders to the lowest, you can do some like whack stuff with it. And I mean I'm gonna show it to you now because I want you to see it. And then the same thing if you pull the sliders to like the highest. But this gives you a good look at how much stuff can change you know? How big, how small, how fat, how thin, how short, how tall. It's like you can do all of it here. And then again, you also get a decent look at the faces when you zoom in there. Like all the different stuff that you can do. Because, I mean, you don't always realize as you're going through it how much you can actually change it. My one wish for this would have been maybe a face template option as well, where you have a slightly different... Because you know, no matter what you do in here, you basically have in variations of the same face that you change in here. And it would have been cool if in character creation they could give you something different there. But let me show you quickly. If I go for... let's say the head options all on, let's go all on the smallest, okay? I just want to show you just what, like, basically what this thing isn't showing you. And it's important to see. Like, obviously it's important to see. If you just take it all on the smallest, I feel like the largest might be better, because that face actually looks rather fine. But it's not that. I wanted to show you the bodies. So, yeah. Body settings, if it isn't already looking, like, ridiculous, you can just go for, like, this. And now, I feel like we might be on one of the larger body shapes here, but that's fine. Let's just do it anyway. No, I don't know if this is gonna work. Look at that chest. We'll see. It's like you should always do something, you know? Like, you can't just go everything on the lowest. You gotta go for 1 or 2 on the highest to, like, throw a curveball at the system. But basically, as part of the randomization, I'll show you this. And I'll show you how ridiculous it can look. You can make yourself into like a Clomposaurus. Because like the way I see it is you should do this. If you want to go for ridiculous. You do this. And then you go and you firstly change... I think I can still. The template. I'm not sure if it's going to reset it. It reset it. Oh my god. I was going to say into the big one. But you get the idea. You get the idea. Same as the other ARK stuff. You can do a lot of weird stuff with the character creator. You can like really... Hey, it's a spot to hold his beer. Fantastic. And that's not even the biggest. Like, what the hell? They were listening to us. They were listening to us. So yeah, like you can do a lot of fun stuff with this, man. That's so stupid. I love it. God, ARK, dude. ARK is just a game, man. It's a game. This is a game. I mean, not even on full belly fat. What? How's that possible? Okay, let's just make the legs shorter quickly. Yeah, hold on. It's crazy. Yeah, why not? Why not, huh? So yeah, speaking of ridiculous. Alright, okay, we're gonna move on to the female customization now, right? Because I think we've seen enough. Let's jump over here. Now, much like with the males, I'm gonna show you how this works. First things first, you get a body template that you can pick. And this is a good starting point. You get to pick basically the standard one, the thinner one. It seems like they don't take the boobs into account. The larger one. And the big boy muscly one. Now, it's sort of a little weird here. I think I should put this in the middle quickly and show you again. That's standard. That's the thinner one. Not much thinner there, but you'll see what I mean when I start going through the composition. The fatter one, and then the big muscle one. But what you do is, along with this, you can change your height, which is obviously a large deciding factor on how, like, you know, big or small your character is, and then the composition. And this is really fun, because they go kind of crazy with this. You can be super skinny. You can see that the the fat just disappears. You can be larger, and I feel like they've done the weight system quite well, where it's like, it's visible in all the areas where it should be visible. Then you can go for big muscular, and then you can go for bigger with some muscles. It's like, it's kind of a weird thing. But each of those looks different on each of these. So if you take like the overweight one here, and then you throw it on overweight there, you get much more of an effect there. It's like, you get more for it. Here you can throw some muscles on, and then you look like sort of a strong woman or whatever. Here you can take just muscles, no weight, and then you can go for skinny over there. And each of these looks different. So like if you take this one, as an example, and you go for skinny here, then it's like super duper skinny. I'm again not sure why the boobs on this one are not changing. I think that might be a bug. And then finally you can go for like the max muscle one, and you can sort of, you know, just put it on there. Not as muscular as the males, but you do get to customize a lot of it. So yeah. Then skin color. They sort of ground this in reality in that they don't really allow you to do like weird crazy colors, which I do, again, I mentioned this on the male side, find a little weird. But you can go quite dark, you can go quite light and quite pale. And yeah, it's just cool. It's cool. It's cool. This is a good selection. I think it's dark enough, it's light enough, and there's a lot of in between to choose from. And then finally we have the voices. Now 4, 5, and 6 female, 1, 2, 3 male. I'm gonna stop talking for a moment. It's gonna be a little hard to hear. For some reason the voice volume is super soft even after I set it to max, but here you go. There you go. So yeah, maybe that's a bug as well. The fact that the voices are so soft. I don't know. Maybe it's on purpose. Maybe who cares about the voice? Maybe that's what it is. So let's go on to the head options here and the hair options. I wonder if I can make my character a little lower down. There we go. So we can see the hair. Let's see what we got here. Eye size. Fantastic choices here. You make them massive eyes, teeny eyes. Eye width. Also, very important one here. You can... this is a big decider on how natural your character looks. Then the eye colors. The female eye colors are, to me, a little more visible than the male ones, just because of, I suppose, the nature of the face. But overall, I'm going to say that the eye colors didn't impress me very much. This is the inner part. You can see it changing over there. And if I go for like the bluish color here, and then I match the outer one to that, it's sort of, yeah, I mean, yeah, it sort of looks okay. But I notice almost immediately that it's like, it's not very visible. Like you zoom out a little bit, you sort of lose the color that's there. And again, it's also a little grounded in reality, where you have options here, but it doesn't stray too far from what you'd expect to see in a normal human being. I don't know, the like brown and reddy colors here are a little strange, but they're mostly right. There's basically, you've got brown, green, blue, and then like some pinky, purpley colors here, and it's fine. It's fine, but they're not that impressive. I don't know if you can change the eyes in-game and get more impressive looking ones, but overall, it's one of those systems where if you zoom out a little bit, the eye color just disappears regardless, so it's whatever. There's an option to do it. These two sliders are much more impactful than the color, so there. Make of it what you will. Hairstyles. I like this system. Now, male and female have the same. You can basically choose a style, then you can come over here to the length, and you can select the length, and it's 3 different styles in one. I really dig it. I think it's kind of awesome. It's a nice way of doing things. So it's like, it's deceiving, you know, there isn't only like 5 styles, there's actually more, because each of them has options, and each of them can be either, you know, shorter or longer. The hairstyles tend to look nicer on the female character, I feel. But overall, the hair quality is pretty fantastic. Very crisp, very clear, very neat and tidy. And yeah, I mean, it's one of the better looking hair systems that I've seen in the game. I'm very impressed by it. Not super impressed by the color choices, but I do realize that the hair options can be changed when you're in the game. So keep that in mind. If you're looking at this and you're thinking, then you can just go in game. You can make yourself whatever the equivalent of a barbershop is in ARK, and you can choose a color for yourself there. You can choose a style for yourself there, and you can be happy with it. Now I'm going to take one that doesn't obscure the face too much. Let's go with a mohawk, I suppose. And then let's continue. Although we're going to look at the colors now, so let's rather take a big one first. We'll look at the colors, then we'll switch back over. This is a nice one to look at. Colors, you get 2 choices. It's basically the roots and the tips. You can go for like a light color here and a dark color there, and then you can sort of also shift the tips around a little bit, see how the coverage affects it. It's fine. It's a good system. It's nice. And the colors are, again, quite beautiful. The colors themselves, however, are also sort of grounded in reality, where you have your blondes here, I mean, they are a little more vibrant than maybe you'd expect IRL, but they are nice colors. You got the grays and the whites, you got the blondes, the reds, the oranges, and then you can come all the way down to the browns and the blacks. And the colors are beautiful. I like it a lot. I'm honestly a big fan of this system. I mean, for the most part, what I really enjoy about this system is actually just the fact that the hair itself is as beautiful as it is, but there you go. Facial hair. There's eyebrows on or off, basically. Then there's facial hairstyles. You can put beards on the ladies, of course, because they don't discriminate in this game. And the beards are beautiful. And the ladies are beautiful with beards. So, yeah, use them. Color system is exactly the same as on the hair. So you can sort of change the roots and change the tips. And, yeah, it's nice. It's cool. It's nice. The facial hair options, the styles that you have, are the same system as the hair. So you can sort of choose one, then change the length. You can choose another one, change the length. This one's pretty fantastic. This one over here, also pretty great. Yeah, you can get that handlebar. It's awesome. So if you want the facial hair on the lady, you do it, man. You do it. And again, the colors, same as above. Now, sliders. Head size. Yeah, you can change the head size. Everything else changes with it. This is the upper face size. You will notice that you can move it around quite a bit. Lower face size. Sort of your jaws and jowls and cheeks and everything else in one. Head width. That's self-explanatory. Head depth. Well, that's head depth. It's nice how the hair shifts with it. And then neck. There you go. Head height. Neck length. And then our final options, face fat and neck muscles. Because why not? Yeah, why not? Good options. Nice options. I mentioned on the male side, I would have liked it if they gave us like a template. So like 3, 4, 5 different faces to choose from. Maybe with a few different features, scars, beauty spots. Doesn't matter. Different ethnicities and stuff. That's the one thing you don't get to choose here. Now we're on the torso. Now, keep in mind, this stuff here, your template, I'm going to go for the basic one, it affects this greatly. So just know that these settings will look different on the different templates. Chest size, very important option here. Obviously, I know you guys are here to look for it. Shoulder width, also very impactful, this one. Okay, hip width, there you go. Yeah, that's, wow. Torso size. I left that big so you could see what it would look like if you go for more or less. There you go. Torso height, because why not? And then I think I'm going to take this down now. Let's just take the chest size down to a normal amount. Traps. Inhuman level of traps. It's kind of crazy. And you'll notice that on some of these, when you get to a certain point, it like inverts and it starts going the other way. I don't know exactly how it works, but lats. Can't really see them very well again because the arm is over it. Pecs. It's just how muscular your boobs are. Why not? Abs. There you go. Obliques. Belly fat. The belly fat spread on the female is not great, but there it is. Chest fat. Okay, I'll do it again. I'll do it again, don't worry. Chest size. There you go. Yeah, you're welcome. It's not much to look at, I'm sorry. And then back fat. It's our final option. Back fat definitely creeps around the front too. Okay, that's it for the torso. Now we're moving on to the arms. Hand size here. Upper arms. It's basically your arm, well, it's the biceps, triceps, all of it included. Lower or forearm. Then we have arm length. It's like you go for this one or you go for that one. I feel like it's one of those options you don't want to actually leave in between, right? It's the tricep muscles. Here's the biceps. This is too much fun, man. Forearms. Delts. Then finally arm fat. There you go. Last stop. The legs. It's just your feet size. Upper leg size. Yo. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. Lower leg size. Leg length. Yeah. Adductors. These are maxed out. Interesting. It's the calves. Quads. Not much movement there. I mean, it's because I'm not looking at the back, but no, not much movement there. Hamstrings, let's see. Yeah. A little bit. Glutes. Oh, dude, the glutes on the men looked way better. Thigh fat. Butt fat. There you go. Calf fat. So that's it. Now we're going to randomize. Show you some different ladies here. Kind of cool. I feel like the ladies maybe have a little bit more variation than the men. It's like not really, but like maybe. I mentioned on the male side, it's like you don't really get the full crazy stuff that you can do with this if you go for the randomized system. And that's definitely a fact. I'll show you what I mean. It's like if you come onto this character right now and you jump onto, like, let's say the torso, and you go for like the belly fat max, and then you go for like the chest size max, let's say the hip width on the lowest, torso size max, or min, it doesn't really matter, and then torso height lowest. Like, basically, you can do some crazy stuff. and they don't show that to you with the they don't show that to you with the randomize, you know? And it's like the same if you just go like the opposite way. You know, you can sort of do the same thing if you go all the way to the other side. But there are certain options here, as an example, the belly fat, that can really push things over the edge, you know? Make things look crazier than they otherwise would look. But it's something that you're going to have to mess around with for yourself if you want to. The randomize gives you a good look at what's available on a more sort of default or general scale. But there you go. That brings us to the end of the customization in ARK. Survival Ascended. It's fun. It's cool. I have no complaints. The options that I would want more of can be changed in-game, so it's no biggie. Like, I would say, yeah, more hair colors, yeah, more hairstyles, beard styles, whatever. As far as I understand, those are available in-game. I might be wrong with that. You can tell me if I am. But it was like that in the main game, in the previous version of ARK. And, yeah, I mean, like, looking at all the stuff that you can do here, looking at all the options available, it's just fun. It's crazy, it's out there, it's whack. You can sort of just join a bunch of friends playing this game. You can all make like weird or messed up looking characters and you can just laugh. And that's what I think you should take from this. You shouldn't take it too seriously because it doesn't take itself seriously. Is it a big upgrade over the previous version? Yeah, I'd say there's quite a lot of new stuff here. Is it worth the amount that they're asking for it? I don't know, man. I don't know. That depends on how much you like ARK and dinosaurs and the idea of the gameplay in this. But in terms of character creation and customization, there's a good amount here, and it is definitely gonna offer you something, you know? You're gonna get at least some enjoyment out of this. You'll at least be able to make somewhat of an interesting looking character. I don't know. I like the system, okay? I give it a thumbs up. You guys can check back here soon for more if you want to support me. My links are below. You can check my coffee website out or come visit the Twitch stream or whatever. And you can also give this one a like. Share it. Do all that other good stuff. Most importantly, happy taming those dinosaurs. Happy building those settlements. Happy doing all that other stuff in ARK. Survival Ascended. Happy that.